Hello, in this video we are going to create our own ChatGPT-like chatbot. For that purpose we are going to use the Ollama project to run the large language model that is powering the chat. We will try it locally, we will try it on a remote, more powerful machine via Fair Compute, and learn how to create a small Hugging Face demo to create a UI for our chatbot. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to install the Ollama project. I'm recording this on the Linux machine, but as you can see, it is available for Mac and Windows as well. So let's install it. Okay, that was good. So Ollama is successfully installed, and we can head out to their GitHub page and start a simple chat using their quick start instructions. Okay, now we have a chat and we can ask some question. So, easy. Now you have your own chatbot. As you may have noticed, Ollama has a lot of models available. Right now we were using just Ollama 2. So what's the difference and when you need to use one or another? Well, bigger models, they tend to perform better. So they are smarter, they understand you better, they generate better answers. While smaller models are good enough for handling like simpler tasks, like text summarization or converting text like from one format to another. As a rule of thumb, usually you go with the model that is good enough for your task and only switch to the bigger model if you have to. What I have noticed in my personal experience that the smaller models struggled with more creative tasks. I wasn't able to get a good playwright from Mistral, while ChatGPT, that was using a much bigger model behind the scenes, created a really good play for me. Now let's create an app. So we'll be using this web app as an example. Let's ask it the question. And we can see that it generates the answer, just the similar answer as we have seen locally. First thing that we need is we need to expose our model such that it is available externally. Actually, Ollama, when you install it, it is already available. We just need to invoke the Ollama API. And there are two things that you need to do. The first, that you need to pull a model that you are going to be using. And for that, we will be using the pull command. Now, the model is already downloaded on my machine, so it doesn't take much time. And second is actually we need to generate the request. So here is the request example. Let's generate it. Note that I'm using a bigger model, like 13 billion model, and that's why it takes more time to generate. Here is the response in the form of JSON. And this is almost everything that we need to do. Now, if we take a look at the code of the app that we have seen earlier, all that it does, it just invokes the same generate API. We're just using the public address for our endpoint and receives an answer, which we can see in the UI. Additionally, Ollama has a Python API available. Ollama has a versatile ecosystem, so there are bindings for many languages. If you are more comfortable using Python API instead of invoking REST endpoints directly, then you can try this out. Finally, let's learn about Ollama Docker. Now, Ollama provides Docker images that allow you to run Ollama on a remote machine, and most likely you will need to run Ollama on a powerful machine with a GPU, or maybe on a server somewhere. For example, I'm recording this video on the Berserk machine, which is a decent machine, but it's pretty old, so I have old GPUs. Let's see if we can run Ollama on a more powerful Valkyrie machine. To do that, we can use the Ollama Docker GPU command. So here's the command. Here we just specify that we want NVIDIA runtime to leverage hardware acceleration. This is the name of the Docker image. This is the port that we want to expose. This means that we want to remove Docker image after Ollama has finished executing, and this is the name of the Docker image. After starting the Docker image, we need to perform the same actions. Specifically, we need to pull the model that we want to use. Here's the pull command, and I'm just specifying the Valkyrie IP address instead of the local host. I have already pulled it to make the video faster, but on your machine it will take some time. And then we can use the API to generate the response. Okay, sorry, wrong model. So I'm using the 13 billion model. Here we can see in the Docker output that the image is being generated. The first request usually takes more time because it needs to load model, etc. The subsequent request should be faster. Finally, let's benchmark Berserk versus the Valkyrie. I modified the prompt to make sure that the results are not cached, so we get fair comparison. Now I'll try to start them simultaneously. So as we can see, the Valkyrie is faster, which might be relevant for the experience you are building. And that's all that I wanted to show today. Now, large language models is a huge topic. There are questions that, for example, how do you make use of the private information? If, say, you are developing a chatbot that can answer the questions about having a particular product in stock in company warehouse, how do you evaluate different large language models, how to work with data of different modality like image and audio and videos. So let me know if you want to dive into one of these particular topics. Otherwise, I hope it helped you to get started with LLMs.